And I also invested in a new stand that I can use for other things besides just a traditional tripod. So we'll see how this thing holds up and does. So far it seems pretty good. Let's see if anybody comes on, but if not, that's okay. I need to crochet anyway. And I think I'm going to kind of do this schedule where I do live streams maybe once a week. I did miss last week because I just had a lot going on and, priorities. So I did not get a chance to do one last week. But thank goodness that didn't seem to bother anybody. But I think I am going to kind of do this just once a week. That kind of seems like a good schedule for my lifestyle anyway. And I was going to do a live stream outside today, but unfortunately it is extremely windy outside, so the sound would have been terrible. And I didn't want to have to try to edit that out because it is pretty much impossible. So, there we go. But maybe on a calmer day I can get that done because we do have a lot of updates with the animals and stuff. I have chicks now. They're doing great. I did put up a video a couple weeks ago of them and their little brooder, and they are doing great and awesome, and they are growing their little feathers and fluttering around, and I'm excited. They're doing really great, and I'm really happy about that. And also we do have some more baby rabbits, so maybe I can get a video of that soon. Oh yeah, we have someone on. Hi. I'm getting some craft fair prep done. And because I have a farm swap later. Oh wow, a bunch of people came online. Hi, how are y'all doing? Okay. Crochet, I crochet as well as baking. Oh, that's so cool. I do a little baking too, but I don't do as much as this. But it's a hobby, pretty much. That's so cool. Nice to meet you. Yeah, I have a lot of videos on crocheting and baking. So nice to meet you. I have a farm swap this weekend, so I'm hoping to have a few little keychains made by Saturday. Probably not going to take too many things because I don't like to set up a big booth at those type of events. I have a bakery. I'm only 11. Wow, that's awesome. That's really great. I think it's great whenever younger people have ambition like that. That's awesome. You are so welcome. I think that's good to have that kind of ambition. I like that. I have to check it out. I like you have subscribed. Thank you so much. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll put out about one short a week and then do one live stream a week. And most of what I film is this craft fair stuff, and also I raise chickens. It's the reason I have a lot of chicken items in my inventory. And let's see. Baker Person 77 says I earned 31 pounds, I believe that's how you read it. I'm American, so that's new to me. On my first ever order. Wow. That is really, really good. Oh, chickens are adorable. Yes, they are. I love them. And I also have some babies. I was going to do a live stream with them, but unfortunately, the outside is really, really windy right now, and the sound would have just been awful. So I decided to save that for another time. Let's see. I have 2 dogs and a lot of fish. Oh, cool. I have 2 dogs too. They're beagle mixes. My sister has an axolotl. Oh, wow. I've only ever seen pictures of those things. You know, I never really heard of those things until maybe 5 years ago. And I was so shocked. I never even knew they existed. But they're cute. I have my little niece gave my daughter a little crochet stuffy that she found that's an axolotl and gave it to my daughter. All right, Queen just got. Okay. Can you clarify on that? Just got what? All right. The axolotl was called Charlie. We only just found out she was a girl. Well, hey, Charlie's a good girl name too. I've known a lot of girls named Charlie, so that works. That's okay. At least you don't have to change the name. All right, Ari says, hi, hi. How are y'all all doing today? And also, I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all have any particular requests on crochet videos? I kind of like to hear from y'all. Ari says, I'm doing good. Great. That's awesome. Do y'all have any particular thing y'all would like to learn with crochet stuff? I'm trying to write down some video ideas on that. And I kind of want to know. Baker says, bye. Have a lovely Easter and weekend. Thank you for reading my comments. I feel so much more confident on my bakery now. That's awesome. Yeah, good luck. Thank you. Would love to hear how it's going sometime later. And you have a happy Easter too. All right. Yeah, I do try to read all the chats as much as possible. Ari asks, what are you making? I am making one of these little guys, but in pink. Because I made a whole bunch of them for a craft fair this past Saturday, and they sold like absolute hotcakes. It surprised me so much. I sold completely out, except for this little guy that I forgot to bring with me. It says cute. Thank you so much. By the way, how's the audio quality doing? Just so I can make sure I'm doing good so far. It's fine. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I wanted to get a few of these keychains done before Saturday so I can take some to a farm swap we're having. We're probably going to take a few rabbits and maybe some of the chicks that just hatched a few weeks ago. Still not sure on that one. It's always a good place to go because you can kind of get some contact with other people. Ari says bye bye. Have a good one. You can always kind of meet new people who are interested in the same stuff you are. And if you don't have what they're looking for that day, you can usually just give them your number or something, and they'll you can contact them if you have what they want available later. There's always a good place to find some contacts, even if you don't sell anything. And I've been trying to brainstorm a little bit another crochet tutorial. I am trying to be careful that I'm not stealing somebody else's idea, but I do want to put one out, especially simple ones that are easy to follow, because I know that helped me get my confidence up with this craft. And so I kind of want to do that for other people as much as I can. So y'all have any ideas? I know I have one for a pot holder, which is pretty simple. Once you get started on it, you just do the same row over and over and over again. So would that be something that would interest y'all? A little pot holder tutorial? And they do actually work. And by the way, whenever I say pot holder crochet tutorial, I don't mean like a flower pot holder. I mean like a cooking, handling pots and pans type of pot holder. There we go. I would love to one day um, figure out some patterns and ideas for crochet and jewelry together, because I'm the type of person who I love jewelry, but it has to be kind of lightweight. I can't wear the heavy stuff anymore just because of lifestyle and stuff. And I don't know, I've been kind of brainstorming. I got a few sketches and I would love to have some videos on how to make that or some ideas. All right, Baker Person 77 says, I'm going to teach myself how to crochet because I haven't done it in a while. But thanks to you, I will start again. Bye for the second time. Oh, thank you for coming back and telling me that. Yeah, I have a couple of little short videos on a few things, and I'm always the type of person who, in a live, I will gladly teach on something real quick. But check those out and let me know. Are they easy to follow or anything? Gladly will take constructive criticism. But thank you for coming back and telling me that. That's awesome. All right, I will. Thank you. I will try my best to do what I call a magic circle and comment on a video how I did. Have a blessed day. Thank you. You too. Yeah, that would be another one I can do. There's a magic circle because I know there's so many different ways to do one. And I know that was one of the things I struggled with. But thank you so much for telling me that. I'm trying to prep as much as I can for these craft fairs in the springtime because during the summer it slows down very much because it gets very, very warm where I live in the summertime. So nobody's walking around outside at craft fairs. So I'm probably going to take advantage of the summertime to just do some personal projects. But right now it's the time of year I'm making as much as I can that I think would sell. Sharon Kowalski says hi. Hi. I hope I said your name right. I can sometimes struggle with the usernames. But hi back. Thank you for joining. If you have any questions, let me know. Or just want to chit chat about something. Spring, fall, and probably just the month of December when it comes to wintertime is whenever what I would call craft fair season, and then summer and the latter half of winter, January, February, is probably just the times I usually just take advantage to either prepare for craft fair season ahead of time, or I kind of use that time to do projects that I'm doing for myself or a family member. And sometimes I just flat out rest because, especially around Christmas time, I will be crocheting so much to where my hands will start to cramp. So, probably the month of January is whenever I would consider that my resting time. Still love doing it though. I absolutely love filming in this spot because, by the way, these aren't bars on my windows. There's actually like a little wiring for, I have a jasmine plant outside my window and I'm using it as kind of a support thing for it. It's growing a lot better on this side. See, it's my little fenced in garden right out there. Let's see. Get this fixed up. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a little mini videos for how to do different little things with crochet, like stitches, maybe a magic circle one, or I know I've done single crochet and the increase and decrease crochet. I have to double check. I don't know if I've done a half double crochet video, so I need to look into that too. So keep an eye out. Do y'all want to have more crochet videos or more of the chickens and how I take care of them, that kind of thing? Which one would y'all be more interested in? Oh, and also, I forgot to mention this exciting news. We do have, besides the baby chickens and rabbits, one of our cats just had a litter of kittens, and they're all orange and so cute. So I'm super excited about that. She's very protective of them right now, so only I can look at them really. But yeah, that's always fun. So we have not only baby chickens, baby rabbits, but also kittens. So it's a fun time. It's definitely springtime. Down. All right, and I'm probably going to end this stream on the 30-minute mark because I do have to get ready to go somewhere, so I cannot stay on too long. But the people who have been chatting, thank you so much. I love talking with y'all. Even if you just sit and watch, that means a whole lot to me too. Please like and comment as much as possible because I am trying to gather up some ideas of videos that y'all would like to watch too. You know, I just don't want to feel like I'm just putting stuff out there and people aren't going to even, like it. Yes, I want to keep it my style a little bit, but also I do want to consider y'all too. So don't be shy about commenting and asking questions or anything like that because I definitely do take them into consideration. And there. So how y'all doing today? If y'all feel like talking. I am trying to prep for a couple of craft fairs coming up. I'm trying to get a head start on it. I do have a tendency to procrastinate sometimes, but I'm trying to quit that because I don't like stressing at the last minute, and it's terrible to do that. So I'm trying to nip that in the bud while I can. Move that over. Yeah, I meant to do some filming this past weekend at the last craft fair I went to, and it really surprised me how good of a crowd there was. It was one of those events. This was my second time going to this one, and both this year and last year it was free to set up, and it's actually in my hometown. And it really surprised me. There was a big crowd and everything. The lady who organized it did a really, really good job at getting all these vendors and petting zoos and stuff. And it was, a lot of families came out and stuff. So I was super thankful I was able to sell out like half of my stuff that I brought, which is always a plus, especially when it's free, because free events are so iffy. It could go, you're chancing it because it's free. So a lot of times it can either go really good because I guess all you can do is make money unless you consider gas and stuff, but also there could be no one there. But the lady who organized it did awesome. So that was a plus this weekend. That it was a great turnout. Because it's so funny. It's like there are sometimes, you pay for events and, you're expecting it to be pretty good because obviously you're paying booth rent. So you kind of expect a crowd, at least a little bit. But then sometimes those can go terrible. And then there are some that are completely free to just show up, sign up, as long as you sign up ahead of time. And they go wonderful. It's so funny. Let's see. I have another person that said hi, Simon. No, is it Simon or Simone? Said hi. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I have a little bit of a hard time with the usernames. I try my best, but I'll admit sometimes I have difficulty. But thank you for joining. Yeah, it amazes me how each craft fair is so completely different. And even the ones in the smaller towns, it seems like they almost have the bigger crowds. I cannot figure out how that works, but they do. All right, hang on 1 second. I'm going to try something else real quick. Let's see. Yeah, let's do that for a little bit because my hands are getting a little stiff. So I want to take a break from the crocheting just a little bit. Jamie Kane asked, when is your next fair? Trying to think. I had a couple that I'm looking into, but my next scheduled one is in mid-May, which is going to be called the Cotton Patch. So we have that one planned, and I have 2 in April that I'm looking at. And I need to make sure all that's legit and everything first before I sign up for it. So I'm trying to research it a little bit before I sign up. So possibly a couple in April, but one that's definitely on the books mid-May. So I'm going to take this question off because I think it's kind of wore out its welcome a little bit. Let's see if I can prop this up a little bit. Bring y'all upwards a little bit. I'm looking down. It's like... So you have to stock up. Yes, I do need to, because this last fair I tried to do everything last minute, and that was a terrible, horrible idea. So I'm not doing that again. I'll straighten this up a little bit. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to stock up as much as I can, especially on these little keychains and stuff, because that kind of seems to be the big hit, because it's one of my cheaper options, and it makes a cute little gift. You know, like you can throw this in a teeny tiny gift bag, and nobody else is going to have one like it, at least not too many, because I try to make them in all different colors and stuff. So it's just a cute little cheap thing. It's unique and people love it. So I'm trying to stock up on those at least. And then probably some plushies and things. I'm trying to watch these fairs that I'm going to and pay attention to what people will actually buy, or even stuff they just like and maybe they would purchase later. Because sometimes you don't buy something right then, but if they see you again, they might buy it then. So I try to make some little notes of what people seem to like and want to buy and everything. So that's a little bit of what I've been trying to research a little bit this past year. And especially in the area that I live in, everybody has some kind of farm animal, even if they're small, like the chickens or the quail or the rabbits and stuff like that. So somebody always has some type of animal. So that's why a lot of my stuff revolves around that. Or I do have a couple of bookmarks types of things, because a lot of people in this area like to read a lot. And also, a lot of people in this area seem to like kind of home centered items, like a like a dishcloth that looks pretty or in a pretty color. I don't do too many home decorations. I might look into that a little bit. And also, people, I think, buy the chickens just because you can take it and set it on a shelf and it looks cool. Get that on there. Look on there a little bit. And also, I've been trying to build up my crochet inventory a little bit more, because I'm probably going to take a break from the baked good stuff, because once you factor in the ingredients and things like that, you don't make a whole lot. So that's the kind of unfortunate thing. I love making stuff, but I'm probably going to just let that be family member type of thing, because it's kind of a shame. You make all this stuff and yeah, it'll just sit on the table, because for what you charge for it, you try to at least make up for the ingredient cost. And uh, yeah, you have to find your crowd with that a little bit, and I haven't found it yet. So I'm probably going to hold off on the baked good stuff for a little while. And there. All right, so let's see. Oh wow, I went over the 30-minute mark. I'm gonna give it probably just a few more minutes. If nobody else has any questions or anything, I'm going to end it. And thank y'all so much for joining me and all the chats and everything. I try to read them all. And if y'all have a comment later, I will be great. Let me double check something real quick. Let's see. Okay. Trying to make sure I read all the messages and stuff. So, yeah, it looks like I caught up. And yeah, if y'all are more interested in seeing these videos with craft fair prep and crochet and stuff, let me know. Or if y'all are more interested in chickens and animal care, let me know that too. Or any questions about that, I will be glad to make a video out of it, even if it's just a short. Okay. All right, so I'm hitting the 40-minute mark, so I probably need to end it here. I don't like to make these things too long, but like I said, comment under a video. Let me know if y'all want to see more of the chicken type of videos or the crochet type of stuff / craft fair. Just look under a video and comment under it. I am going to upload this live, so you can comment under it, or you can comment on one of my other videos. I do try to keep up with that and keep an eye on it. And Jamie says bye. Bye. Thank y'all so much.